3, 4, 5. Hey, all right. So tonight I tried to get something in theme of the spooky season we're going with. It's a beverage, a bone shaker, the name, and it's got a skeleton riding a bicycle, having a grand old time. Aroma's good. Strong though. Not happy if I'm sure that's going to be good. All right. Ooh, that is a good presence, but that's good. That's good. That's strong. Bone's got body.
That's
neat
good.
For a skinny guy.
So you said it wasn't
not
a hot
bone hurting juice.
Yeah, this is much better. Much better than last time, because that was not bad. That was like concentrated hatred.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to beer, like I don't know. I can't really do much beer. Like the super hoppy beers, just it's overwhelming with the taste. If anything, I'll usually do either like seltzers or I'll just mix my own thing with like harder alcohol and then just some other beverage.
Oh yeah. So what do you got? Rum, whiskey, vodka?
Lately it's been vodka.
All right.
Yeah, I have a tooth rottening beverage I like to do, which is I can't remember the brand, but it's a watermelon vodka, and then they came out with a watermelon Mountain Dew flavor. So I'll mix those. Again, teeth rottening.
Yeah.
But it's
tasty.
not bad.
I feel like watermelon.
Tasty. Yeah, exactly. And it's like that artificial watermelon, like the
but it reminds you of watermelon.
Exactly,
because it's called watermelon.
Yeah. The vodka itself actually has like a pretty natural watermelon flavor to it, but I'm not a huge fan of that watermelon flavor. I don't know, like even with eating watermelon itself, it always feels like it leaves my mouth dry, even though watermelon is inherently wet.
Well, yeah, but where's the artificial is the opposite, and not to mention what you're actually drinking is, yeah, the sugar. But it's tasty, and it's an indulgence, and so when you're indulging, you're not supposed to think of
exactly.
And it's artificial watermelon, but it reminds you of real watermelon, and real watermelon is awesome. It's a meal. You get to wash your hands, your face, everything all at the same time. It's great.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So I drank a potion and I don't remember exactly how combat. How many round are we in?
We're done.
Or yeah, okay. Yeah, because I eviscerated. So I had claws. So I at least drank my mutagen.
You had claws and I think horns or a bite. One of the two.
Then that means I went full JoJo.
Yeah, but you didn't have hooves.
No.
Oh,
yeah. There's a gore. Claws. I think I only use claws, or
you used claws and you used some sort of facial attack.
Oh,
gore,
20, baby.
Gore is like a tusk thing, is it not?
Yeah, it's either tusks or horns.
Actions.
Either way, it was. You said that you'd had two. They were two of your primaries, so that's what you had used.
Yeah. Which is the claw. White, 2 claw.
Oh man, I forgot.
Who's and a gore?
Yeah, one of my old characters, Raskin. I gave him like 2 levels in barbarian, just so he could get the one of the animal totem transformations. So I gave him horns. So when he used form of the dragon, he looked like
Behemoth.
Diablos from Monster Hunter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was black dragon, form of the dragon, and then just gave him the horns for the extra natural attack.
Oh, not just Diablos, but Black Diablos.
Hell yeah.
Good evening once again. Upping our game for what you might say is this Halloween season. Welcome back to another exciting episode of our evil campaign, our Pathfinder first edition. That's okay, you can laugh. I tried and tried with this outfit for Phantom of the Opera, and somehow I ended up with Owl Court from Batman.
Yeah, it kind of looks like your face is constantly twitching because
Those are my fake eyebrows that are trying to find my face.
yeah.
Legend says they are still seeking to this day.
The most anime eyebrows you've ever had, Jeff. Completely detached from your body.
No, they're now on your hands.
They go on missions at night.
Secret ancient eye.
Unfortunately, no one will ever see that monstrosity because I did not have the right thing up.
That's
All right.
okay. The list
All right.
only
It was something like this. Yeah, see those eyebrows twitching? Yeah, you see that? So, and then you just add the hood, and it's like, my fellow nobles of Owl Court, blah, blah, blah.
It does kind of look like you're doing the whole like innuendo thing, like
Groucho
There's
Marx.
always implications.
It'd be funny just to do a whole episode with those things twitching, see how long you guys could just keep it together.
It would drive me insane after a certain point.
It has been seen. It cannot be unseen.
That's right. So, drawing your attention once more to the battle map, but no battle map. Let's get rid of the battle music because I believe
we are the champions, my friends.
Is this we you're talking about? I lost my fight with the ladder.
That's true. I believe we stopped and we're watching the continued
That's
struggle.
right.
Yeah. Tell us at length your
Benny
story
Hill
with the
music.
ladder. No, I want to hear Aaron's story with the ladder. Go in Rom's own words. Tell us the epic battle of the ladder, please.
Oh, I'm not much of a storyteller.
I got the music going and everything. Go.
So there I was. It was a dark and stormy night. Fires all around us and brimstone. As I took each rung menacingly, it loomed there hauntingly, hanging by a thread. I truly tried to beat the demon that is gravity.
Damn, strike a match and listen to him go. All right, enough of that. So, with a somewhat reluctant but definitely in no position to resist prisoner, what do you guys want to do now?
So why were we attacking a cat?
There were rumors that someone kept opening the gate that the Baron had ordered permanently shut. So you guys went to talk to the two old folks that were guarding it for free, and they said, hey, you kicked us off the gate. We have no idea. And investigating said gate tower, we find a tiny fey creature known as a knowledge nature, anyone?
Nature, you say?
Yes. I'd even
I don't know
settle
if
for
I
Arcana.
have any
if you're-
nature knowledge. I do have Arcana. Or no, I don't.
That is an
What?
18.
Luca. Luca for the win. Anyone else?
I got knowledge history.
14.
17 knowledge history. Picture it.
There's not.
Contago.
In history, the Order of the Nail are the ones that stand against the Fae, not the order that was, looking after this town.
Good to know.
Here is our title for Mr. 14 and Mr. 18 on the roll.
And Alvinic.
A cat-like, tiny Fae creature with supernatural abilities, as Fae tend to have. Mischievous and relatively...
Unconscious.
Sorry? Unconscious, yeah.
And unconscious.
Relatively harmless, but if they get, they're, you should say territorial, this guy has decided that this tower is his home and he defended it poorly.
It's not.
Defended it poorly.
I don't really relish the idea of trying to contain a fake creature.
You
We
let him
should
off with a
eat it.
warning. Is that how we roll now? Let him off with a warning?
No, we eat it.
Like I say, what the
No.
hell is this, man? Second edition? No, you eat it. Kill it and eat it. Then lament about how much you're going to miss him, right? Kill it, eat it, stuff it, taxiderm
Yep,
it.
stuff it. And then
Mount
he can
its
become
little head.
our James Bond evil cat.
He stays with you always.
I would request his audience first before he goes to your attentions, Nikolai.
I smell a villainy point brewing, but, you guys got to take it one step
You will
further.
have plenty of time to interrogate him. I will start at the toss.
Who said anything about interrogation?
Oh, forgive me. I misspoke. What are your intentions?
I mean, he did drop a box on me. Or at least attempted to.
ICE would be seeking information.
Right, so interrogation.
I wouldn't be asking the questions with my mouth.
Oh, interesting. You have
You-
captured a spark of my interest. I would like to bear witness to this wordless interrogation you speak of.
Are you a man of science?
No.
This thing coughs and spits up some blood. Not a gerbil.
Time is wasting. They taste much better when they are still leaving. Does anybody got any rope?
We've already tied him up.
Somebody's already hog-tied it.
Sweet. Can we get the pole? Do the, the Ewok. Hog-tied dude on a
hands
pole
and
thing?
legs, and yeah. Who's got a 10-foot pole in their gear? Come on, it's first edition. Anyone?
I mean, it's a cat. I could just give you a crowbar.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Well played. I
was
want to
picking
say your character's name, but it says Jay Tamlin up on the screen, and I'd like that changed right away.
I mean, it's not only me that does that.
No, I know, but you're the first one that I noticed, so you get the short end of the crowbar. So back to the jailhouse. Parade it through the streets as an example.
Did we close the gate? Or is it still like we should close the gate? Oh, we did that. We closed the gate and we sealed it up, didn't we?
Yeah, closed it, locked it, kind of put some duct tape on it or something. Sure you did.
Cool.
All good. Sure, it's fine.
Yes,
Fine.
let us return to the barracks. Best not to do things out in the light of day anyways. The town folks, they get squeamish at the sight of the slightest amount of blood.
Now that would be an awesome character quirk for Damphir, very squeamish about blood.
Yeah.
Always claiming everything's disgusting.
I want to suck your...
Daddy's so proud of me. That's funny. So, heading straight back, or do we have anything else on the agenda today?
What else did we have on the agenda? There was something else we wanted to do, I think.
You guys were, tell me if I'm wrong, but you guys were still investigating who were making that flyers, were you not? You never brought that to...
Yeah, we were still trying to track that down. And I think that's where Luca was off. Oh no, he was befriending urchins. Oh, speaking of befriending,
they would be the eyes and ears, right?
I'll do my daily attempt to improve the attitude of our newest prisoners towards me.
Oh,
I'll take the time to do that.
The two farmhands?
To, what is it? Persuade? Is it persuasion?
Diplomacy?
Diplomacy. That's the one. All right.
Okay, so he sits down and busts out the Romoli board and starts gambling with them through the bar.
25. That's perfect, because that's the highest DC I possibly needed to hit.
Oh, and sometimes you let them win, so they have a sliver of hope, but still reliant on you since you took most of their money. Okay. Stop playing for teeth and nails.
That's my attempt to improve their attitude towards us, and I'm going to do this until they're my best friends.
Okay. I'm just saying, stop gambling for teeth and nails. They're getting pretty gross looking. Thralls. Do you have any power to back that up, or are you just doing the classic diplomacy can be used as thus?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
Although I probably will at third take charm person, because it totally fits my dude quite a bit. But yeah, there are no damn fear. Look into my eyes.
Okay. Not experienced nudge wink enough for that just yet.
Yeah, the only ability I have as a damn fear is that I can sense or I can detect undead. Which is kind of cool.
Speaking of new abilities, I believe Professor Niles pulled back the curtain. Did Ryan want to do some sharing about that incident last episode, or no?
It's nothing new. I've always been able to do this. It's a combination of between my heritage and my discoveries in alchemy.
He calls it discoveries, but he's alcoholic.
Close, similar, but very far from what I'm talking about, Nikolai. Thank you for trying to help, though. No, what I'm talking about is taking the innate strength of one's own blood and then learning to multiply it by using... It's very complicated and in depth, and we need much more better comfort arrangements around us to get into the details of all these things.
He doesn't want to admit that it's alcoholic based.
It must be kept clean. You do understand.
Septic purposes, of course. So, number 3 on your map at the bottom, and for the viewing audience, and shall we say, what looks to be south on the map, but again, north is a obscure direction, so I believe that's the west gate. Heading up the trail and to the north to number 11, which is the Longacre Jail, which is our new base. And treating the prisoners nicely, feeding them, watering them, reading stories to them, all that stuff is Nikolai's department. Are we leaving the interrogation to Professor Niles?
I mean, I would sit around and help out with that.
I know Rom and Luca looked after the last juggalo. I mean, prisoner that we interrogated. And Luca got himself a villain point out of it, so I'm curious. We give maybe Simri and Niles a go, or
villain point. Thank you very much.
Speaking of villain points, did we mention on air that it's somebody's birthday this month?
My son is turning 2 this weekend.
Yeah, he's not a player. I meant you.
Oh,
congratulations about your son.
You mentioned it last week.
Are you saying your son's a villain? Oh no, it's terrible.
He did say the red man's having a big poop.
That's true. Even though that was a little red Fomorian mini that you were showing us.
Yeah, that is fun. That is true.
Now I'm talking about your big poop. How old are you?
I am turning 40.
And it's your birthday this October?
This October, the 29th.
Well, since we can't give you the Force point, because we're not playing Star Wars this month, we can't give you a Hero point, because we're not playing Pathfinder 2 this month, I guess we'll have to give him a Villainy point. But with certain conditions apply. First of all, Messina is the one that spends it. However, it is usable as all Villainy points are on the whole party. His character merely has to be present in said transaction. What can Villainy point do? I believe we actually went over that now that I'm thinking about it. So, moving on. We have a third prisoner, or no, we just want to talk nicely to the kitty cat, stroke his fur, and get him to cough up hairballs of information, or what is our end game here with said kitty?
Squizzy?
I don't know. Alex is mute, saying something, but her mic's muted.
Sorry.
Okay. I bet she was doing impersonation of my NPC, weren't you?
Yes.
Can I have it again?
No.
Okay.
I don't do very good voices.
Okay. I believe it. Well, the visual we saw looked like you were cat caterwauling in pain and pitying mercy, but I don't know. Was I far off? Talk to the eyebrow. Was I? Hey, you think that's cool? I have the power to animate my eyebrows. Look at this. Yep, I'm going to pull that up.
They move independently of each other. That's the biggest problem about the whole scenario.
They each have their own soul. Anyway.
I feel like every evil villain's eyebrows do each have their own soul. Because they just... I don't know how people do it. I can't. No eyebrow.
Every villain in The Rock, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, so no plans. You know, you're just going to. We have a house pet. It'd be funny if you kept him and dressed him in clothes, but he's already dressed. So I guess the opposite would be more appropriate: to strip him down, and make him act like a real cat. No fireballs.
Ooh, that is evil.
Degrading to
him. Do something with him, or I'm going to have him escape, and we'll just go on to the next day.
I'm a vivisectionist.
Oh God!
What, you want to make him into a Nekomata? Give him two tails?
I'll give everyone a quick 10 minutes to Google search that one there, and then come back with an appropriate response.
Yeah, look up grade 9 biology, and you get the frog all opened and stapled to a board. You know.
Yeah, but the vivisection is a bit more different. Close but similar. I found that one out, and I was like, oh.
Here to drop a link in the chat so we can all learn? No, don't.
Nope. It's the spooky season.
Okay. Use your imagination.
He's too cute and fluffy to do that.
There's nope. Well, maybe. Depends. We have the facilities to properly restrain this guy? No. So I could use this opportunity to discover the influences of certain serums on those of near-planeo creatures.
You better hurry up. He's awoken and he's trying to escape.
What do you think these serums might do?
Kill them.
But remember, Professor Niles, that we actually want the citizens to, fear us, but, slave and serve under us. If we just kill off all of them, then, we won't actually have anyone to do our bidding.
But this creature is not a citizen.
Are you a citizen?
I believe that's the wrong plane we're allied with.
Show us your papers.
Papers, please.
No papers.
No papers, no rights.
Shediax, glory's greatest.
I'm not sure this thing speaks common, so when it goes, it might be like, I don't understand what you're saying, as opposed to like, oh, no papers, eh? Oh, shit. You got to admit something. He doesn't even understand the question.
I did take a minor in taxidermy. It wouldn't be an entire waste.
Are you saying that we captured this cat creature solely for the purpose of Niles's vivisection-y practice? Because that's kind of annoying.
I'm
You
still
could've told me
hungry.
that
What
there
you
were other
talking
purposes.
about?
I don't have papers.
Sealing,
I don't have papers.
sealing,
I speak common. I
sealing
don't
the
have papers.
gate was the reason we were sent over there. This creature surely must have been the reason of this gate continually being opened. We've eliminated that problem. And now?
I mean, do we want to confirm whether the cat thing is the reason the gate kept being opened?
I have a name, you know.
Why did you keep opening?
No, you don't.
I do. You called me an Ambivix. That's my race. But I actually have a name.
Yes. Yeah, but you're a cat thing.
Well, you know what? If I'd spoken my name during combat, I might have actually been able to crit you and use cards. But no. Somebody had to yank me right off the tower. Very rude.
Efficient.
Okay, can't doubt
No,
that.
Luca, there's no need to be rude here.
So anyways, I don't see the problem with this scenario here. It's getting late in the day. We're returning home, at least to where we stage currently. I have a busy night ahead of me. You need your rest or drinking or whatever debaucheries it is you need to indulge yourselves with. And we'll resume pushing the agenda of our great nation forward in the morrow.
Nivy. My name's Nivy.
Well,
He
why
pulls
don't
out a
we
little
find out
book.
why the...
He gets out of his bonds, pulls a book from his pocket, and flips, and he's like, vivisectiony. Ugh. He looks at you guys and is like, he's his little head shaking.
Well, why don't we find out why the cat thing was in the tower, and if it was the thing that kept opening the gate? And then if it was, feel free.
I'll turn directly to it. Were you the one that kept opening the gate?
Yes.
Why?
It's a gate. It's supposed to be open, so people can come in and go out.
Not currently at the moment. It's under strict rules to be closed.
Nobody told me. I've been guarding over that gate for years.
Years, you say?
Yeah.
Perhaps, do you know of an elderly couple that has also been guarding over the gate?
Sense motive?
Yes. They're not very clever.
Were they aware of your presence, perhaps?
No, I only skim the occasional brownie. And if I took a hit off their joint, little puffs, put it back in the tray. Never saw me.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I'm what you'd call a low-profile cat thing, he says, looking at Luca. But I can guarantee I have far more uses than, being vivisectomied.
I would contest that.
Hey, it's chilly in here. Don't you notice there's a draft? Pokes a little hand through the binds and tosses a little produce flame at your fireplace and lights it up nicely. Oh, nice and cozy. Yeah, this place will do nicely. This looks good. Yeah.
Sort of curiosity. If we were to release you, what would you do?
Go home?
Back to the gate? No, that is off limits.
That's you. Been there for years. Who put you in charge of my gatehouse?
Let's see. And he points up at the decree from the Arch Baron.
But Nikolai, isn't the gate itself isn't off limits, it just needs to be closed. You could theoretically just occupy the gatehouse. Doesn't cause any harm, right? As long as you keep the gate closed.
I do not trust this creature. Pushing chests on top of you through the open leather hole. Throwing fireballs.
I mean, I
No.
kind of do. Those are hilarious things to do.
What if we
At the same time,
bartered?
if we just disable the door,
I could bargain for my life. I have treasure.
Ooh.
You have treasure.
I have useful items and magic that you would find indispensable. Why, one look and you would say, That Sniffly's a pretty good guy, cat thing. We should, be his friend. Leave him alone. Let him live in peace. Take all his stuff. Well, that's usually what the humanoids do.
All this
he could
talk is
serve us
making me
better.
lose my appetite.
I'm sorry, I don't understand when you're all talking at once. My comment's not that great. It's fun. It's not great.
I think you could serve us better. Maybe not necessarily being vivisectified, but I do think the professor could convince you to become a good servant of the Archbaron. Maybe try his hand at mind manipulation. That way you could become a proper servant.
I have done some research in those selective lobotomies. I have had some success.
Yeah, I'm not following. Who's this
Always with the
Archbaron?
needles with you.
I just thought the old couple, lived in the tower and they lived in their house. And I thought that was kind of greedy. So, tower, pretty much abandoned. Made a nice house for me. Unless you guys could maybe find me a new home. He said that's off limits, right? Find me a new home, give you all my treasure in exchange for a new home in my life. But that's my last offer. He just doubled his.
Swear on your life that you will not burn this place. You may take up haven in the attic here.
He looks up. Does this place have an attic? There's just rafters. It's like a flat roof, right? You give him a box on top of the flat roof. Here you go. All good, buddy.
Drags out a crate from behind the desk.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we just get a box. I'm
Just
sure.
use that.
Yeah, it's like cardboard box. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
you
my
open,
god!
you open the box. Yeah, he goes in the box. Oh wow, look, porn. All right, look at this. Finds the documents you
good
guys
box.
confiscated. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, haven't read this one. I thought there were only 4 in the series. Sweet.
Whoa, Schnoo for 2.
Do you remember the titles? You guys went through the box of confiscated treasures that the sheriff had taken off these good people and found black diamond gems and all this crap, and these 2 literature beeline classic novels, and one was The Guardsman's Final Salute, another one was Her Majesty's Tea Service, I think were the titles.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because you said we found it, then I made you name it.
Nikolai already had his tea service the other day with the doctor.
Yeah, you guys found a document claiming ownership over a halfling with no thumbs or something, remember? And you guys were like, mine! You guys are looking for the halfling, too. I think that's what's put us outside
Totally
searching the
forgot
town
about
for a halfling.
Thank you for the
I
reminder.
want a butler, yeah. He was like, yeah. Well, you didn't find a halfling. I mean, you could put a little suit on him. People do dress up cat people. I guess the question you got to ask yourselves is, what would appeal to a fey creature? He's willing to give up all his treasures just for a house and freedom? Well, I guess his freedom would be,
I'm telling you, cardboard box.
I mean, fey creatures are inherently chaotic, are they not?
He'd jump. Well, do you untie him and have a civilized conversation with him?
Ooh, this is how we have his civilized conversation.
Okay,
Well,
then I can't expect said box or said porn if I'm still tied up. So we're just chatting. Okay.
Well, this is how we do it, Mr. I come from the Chaos Plane.
This is how we do
I don't come from the Chaos Plane.
From my perspective, you do.
Roll nature again. I'll tell you where I come from.
I tell you what,
I gotta admit, if anyone dresses like anybody, that coat I got on is kind of like Niles. It's kind of trench coat looking. Yeah.
11.
Yep, Chaos Plane it is. He's a liar, pants on fire.
Told you.
Sorry I ever doubted your education, Mr. Niles.
Again, I deal with what's inside of a person, not what they cast out from their mouth.
Yes, back at the academy. Big bonfire, bookshelf with few books left on it. Okay, we know where you were educated, in the capital. Anyway, moving on. So,
I mean, Fae
do you have a deal?
They normally desire entertainment. Your trade is requiring a house. What exactly form of entertainment do you expect to find here?
Well, what I think's in that box is a start.
Excellent taste, my friend.
And we also have some hardcore drugs.
Oh yes, I have many of those too.
Those humans, are they yours? He
For
points at
now.
the 2 prisoners.
These are my friends.
Okay. Well, sometimes when, the boss isn't around, friends talk to friends in their sleep or when they think you're not around. And I could always be around and, listen.
We would also provide entertainment with interrogating other prisoners here.
As long as it's not me, I'm down.
Honestly, I don't care if we let him go. What? He's 2 feet tall, and we captured him so easily. He could be more
Yes,
used
he
to us
really
on his
is
feet.
a very little threat,
It's true.
but I do not like the way he throws fire around.
I mean, we do that
Although
too.
it could be a useful distraction if he throws fire where we want him to.
I have an idea. She leaves for a moment and comes back with a little water bottle, and she kind of sprinkles it on him.
Okay.
Every time that he misbehaves, we can train him.
Conditioning.
Hey, stop that. You get to screw up my scent ability. Very valuable.
Alright, so promise
Damn
not to burn anything down.
Right in
You
my
can
eye.
stay here
The one's got
rent-free.
dark vision in it.
Oh, well,
How many
well,
townspeople know of your existence here?
He looks around the room and counts everybody in the room. Oh, and everyone that saw me paraded through town. I mean, you guys didn't try to hide them, but it's not like you exactly made a big deal of it. So somebody might have seen you guys walking around with a couple of Ewoks and a guy on a stick, crowbar.
Let's be honest. You look like a furry sack on a crowbar.
There's a cat with clothes hanging from a crowbar.
Yeah, I look like a Keebler elf. Look at the hat and shoes, man. I got a pipe.
Yeah.
Look at this wicked looking pipe.
I'll grab my scimitar and I'll cut the rope. Let him free.
Okay, look, if you could treat me like a... Oh, thank you. Well, for you, big guy, I would even offer my powers of divination once a month.
Not necessary.
You sure?
I don't trust the gods.
Yeah, but they know things. And with my powers,
Like what-
they let a couple things slip.
They know
Like when there will be a ladder.
Yeah, that never gets old.
Do you want me to tie you back up?
No,
and
please.
you, pointing at Luca.
Try it. Tighter.
See, now that's
All right.
entertainment right there. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, not that
I'm gonna
rope.
grab a bong
Yeah, yeah,
stick
yeah.
if you'll stop it, Luca.
Prove you're used to us, then divinify something.
Well, that's the thing. I kind of used those powers once this month already, just to find out a few things. Well, something relatively important.
Like what?
Like change is coming to this town. I'm guessing it's
Hello.
you.
Nice to meet you. We are Change.
Nice to meet you, Change. I'm Snivy, the Omnivix.
I kid. I am Nikolai, Anatoly.
Nah, I like Change better. We'll call you Big
This is very
Change.
different
You could be
than
Loose
most
Change. You could be Spare
creatures.
Change. No? Oh, tough crowd.
I mean,
See?
I like it.
Thank you. Well, this is what happens when I have to entertain myself. But if you
Well,
guys
that's
prove to
three
be
of
entertaining,
That's 3 of us.
you don't count. Till you start recognizing me and what I am beyond just what you think I am and put me in a box, call me a cat thing.
Is his name
you don't
Smitty?
get a name.
Smithy?
No. I
Snivy.
recognize that you're an Ovenik. It's just that your name is Cat Thing.
Does that mean you don't want the box?
I never said the box was not part of the deal. We're still working some things out. This is my name. In the chat. Snivy.
Snivy.
Snivvi.
I do like
I
his
don't
name.
know. I like whiskers.
You know what? I like you too. You can call me Whiskers. You can stop calling me Cat Thing, and the rest of you can call me whatever you like. Just give me free run of the place. Just looking around the jail. Keeps, whenever you're not looking, you guys kind of notice him eyeing up corners and stuff.
As long as you do not interfere with what we are doing here. I have no objection.
Do you mind if I...
It couldn't hurt to always have a set of eyes in the barracks.
Oh, yeah?
Help is always appreciated.
You know, if you don't mind me roaming around town a little bit, Cat's got to stretch his legs at night and, partway through the day.
As long as you do not reveal yourself to the townspeople, I am not adverse to this.
Oh, no.
Don't burn anything down.
Humans are all like, get it. Oh, it'll tell us the future. Oh, look, those clothes look so cute on my cat. No, I don't like people.
I'm actually kind of a fan of the way he does burn things down. It's not bad, but I do not want it here.
It reminds me of something.
Why would I burn this place?
We do not want this town to burn. Any burning we have.
Speak for yourself, Professor. I would love to see this town burn, but we have a job to do.
I
Was the
didn't burn
tannery not
anything.
enough?
I defended myself. I targeted one guy. And he points at the
Defended
professor.
yourself against whom? You are the one who was aggressive towards us.
You were accosting my home. I was defending my lair. Until I have a page in the player's handbook and not in Bestiary 5, it's a lair. I defended it.
Tomato. Anyways, as I said, I am not adverse to this. Are there any objections?
Castle doctrine.
What?
He can't have the right to defend himself.
Thank you.
I like this better. We've been turning a lot of people against us. It's about time that we have numbers join our ranks.
Hey, I'm not people. I'm a proud
Wonderful little
fae.
creatures.
So, an alliance then. I still maintain my freedom. I stay out of sight. I promised to inflict 0 property damage with my latent fire abilities, and you guys get extra ear and nose in and around town and the jailhouse here.
This is a suitable exchange.
Sounds good. I'll reach out my hand to shake.
And I get to keep all my treasure.
We share as a group, so what do you got on you?
Fine. Not only will I tell you what I have, I'll tell you what it does as long as he stops calling me cat thing. Use
Luca.
my name. You might find using a person's name, some say it holds power over people.
Oh, I'm very well aware. That's why until this point I hadn't. You've joined our group. Welcome to the group, Snivy. Would you prefer Snivy or Snivy?
He raises an eyebrow and just looks at you guys for confirmation. It's like, is Luke all there?
We really don't know for ourselves.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, hawks a big loogie in one paw. I believe this is how you humans do it. Wait a minute. You. Are you human? Looks at Simmery. Like, I'm looking around, I'm seeing like kind of human, quasi-human, don't want to ask, It's kind of like, the girl, here we go. Shake your hand, right?
Uses a little handkerchief. Yes. Shake,
okay.
shake.
He shakes his hand, he smiles, starts purring.
Oh.
Those big eyes, right? All right. Now we have a deal. Turns his back on you and just like wipes off his paw in disgust. Human germs. All right. Let's return to the gatehouse that's off limits. Just looking at whoever told me that. And I will share with the group my treasures. And retain my share of ownership of said treasures because we share everything. He starts... You tied me, right? So he starts marching for the door. And then he stops. Posts up on the post. Peeks outside. Takes a sniff. And then he just starts looking around the furniture. Hops a chair, hops a table, hops a cabinet, hops a rafter. I'll meet you guys there. Don't want to be seen, right? Wink. And, wiggles into a rafter and, does the Batman thing. Goes through the roof and, finds an alternate sneaky route like a cat would.
No. He holds up a blanket until we leave.
Oh, I wish I'd thought of that. He just holds up a blanket. Are you guys gone yet? You don't see me,
He
right?
peeks.
Yeah, really.
Shit,
I mean,
here.
As much as we did just make a deal with him, we don't really have anything particularly binding on him. We may want to get there before he takes all of his shit and leaves.
Next thing you just pan out, you see 5 people just racing across town. Shit! Damn it, Luke!
No. Niles walks. He's pissed. He's like, fuck this, guys. I had an evening plan. There was going to be red wine. It was going to be phenomenal. And you guys are like, no, don't do that. Don't do the shit that you do, Niles. Fuck you. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Does it have to
Luca
be
would
on
also
cute
walk.
sentient creatures?
Had a whole evening planned, he was just getting ready,
I don't discriminate.
Laptop, couple candles, a couple of those books that are in the cabinet and then box and
New knowledge was so close. So close.
Oh my god, that's funny.
What would you have truly learned?
I
A
will
new
tell
way.
this. Because you guys have, like I said, twice I've seen a Villainy Point Brewing, and you're all convinced I'm going to screw you over. I want to take a vote. How many of you believe that he's going to be there waiting for you patiently to hand over his stuff? And how many believe that this is the last you've ever seen of him? He takes his shit, runs, and skips town.
I don't know. Faye are interesting with their bargaining.
Yeah.
Typically,
We've offered him a nice deal.
I might have sounded glim, but I did pick a couple of words very carefully. Anyway, just curious. Show of hands, who thinks I skipped town?
I honestly don't.
No?
It's too good of
Luke
too fun
thinks
of an
I bailed
NPC
because
for
he
you to
brought
get
it
rid of.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't skip town.
I mean,
Okay.
Luca also really likes chaos in general, so
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the comment.
Not-
The fact that you set Niles off was like, also kudos to Jay, because if he'd never said that, he wouldn't have set up the joke for, right, Everyone sees Costello, no one sees Abbott. Very important. It's a duo. Anyway, so you guys race across town, then stop and look orderly and marching and get your boots polished and goose stepping around for when people see you, then race back to the gate. Anyway,
While we're touring down there, I will actually do a quick powwow with the crew.
Okay.
Has anybody made any progress with these posters? As I'm noticing one, go by, grab it, pull it down on the way.
Unfortunately, no. My time has recently been occupied chasing fey creatures through the city we are designated to protect.
give me a couple more days and I will have the urchins ripping them down for us.
Simuri,
good.
did you discover anything in your nightly jaunting?
Well, thanks back to the fact that we've been drinking and partying and sleeping in, and I will have to keep my eyes open a little wider this evening.
Indeed.
So I just saw the Simmer's flashback. It's just there's blow up flamingos, there's neon lights, there's all the drugs.
She's playing
That
pong
pesh
with
we got.
she's playing pong with Galorian, the butcher. Frank never left; he's still there.
yeah, he just became a bouncer at a really dope bar downtown.
Well, I made the joke about Nikolai having the tea thing, but no, we did, didn't we? I was definitely one of the people who got doped up by Granny up on the hill, who I
the
hang out
white,
with sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's a wild.
Now,
do,
Simri,
do, do, do.
she actually has magic and remedies. She just messing with you guys. You guys just got doped up and left
Which is
behind.
it's give him did
It's
he
my
kill him?
kind of
No.
girl.
Yeah.
I gave him a hallucinogenic. Have a great walk home, honey.
Simuri, perhaps I shall join you this evening for your nightly escapades.
Excellent. Do you have dark vision?
I am the night.
Walking around the middle of the day, that looks ridiculous, by the way. Broad daylight. He just so you know, Matt put up the cloak arm and scowled over his elbow, and it's but it's the middle of the day, dude.
He
I
did
do
the
have
blob.
the power to make it not as bright.
You have an alchemist. Get some smoke bombs. Darkwing duck that shit, man. Poof. You know, like
Dude, blah blah blah.
That's my specialty. I already do that. I got the Cloak of Shadows.
oh, that's right,
got-
yeah.
I got my cantrip dim, which is great. Takes the light down a step. So it's like daylight. No,
Dude,
it's
now
dusk.
see that there goes Niall's backup plan. You take the Fae away, and he was going to make Darkwing bombs for you, but no, fuck you guys. Just keep bouncing on his evening. All right, you guys get there, and no, he, Fae do love to be entertained, and you guys didn't kill him, and didn't, like seem like he can smart you. He's there rummaging through the actual crate and chest that he dropped on Rom.
So it was literally in the box that he dropped on him.
Yep. I guess they never said he was that bright either. It's heavier with all my treasure in it. It's the last place they'll look. They'll search the top of the tower. They'll never search the weapon I used. Actually, it's kind of brilliant if you think about it.
It really is brilliant.
Inside, he's like, all right, here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, we've got a masterwork light crossbow. Bag of holding type 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, catch. He throws a vial at Professor Niles. Don't drop it. Alchemist fire. 6 flasks of alchemist fire. Well, you used 1 or 2. Now you get 6 back.
Yeah.
And a thunderstone. Okay. So
Thunderstone. Ho! Sorry.
right.
Every
so
time I hear too.
the crossbow is kind of big. The bag of holding, I wouldn't mind hanging on to. You don't want me to burn stuff, so you guys could each have the alchemist fire. Maybe I'll keep the stone. I mean, it's party loot, but I'm assuming everyone's gonna hold on to every other stuff, right? He does the old bag out, drop stone in, zip top, throw a bag over a little shoulder. Right, new allies. Shall we go to my new home?
Are there any other belongings of yours here you would like brought to the barracks?
I'll have the movers do it in the morning. It's fine.
Excellent.
Okay. We leave. You guys see shadows go up the wall and start picking up furniture and moving it around, and shit's really creepy. The movers are a legend and a myth in the darkness. They move things. That's why you can never find shit.
But
Fair,
you see the
innocent.
silhouette of one of the shadows holding its back, it's like
Just lifted the fridge. Oh my god.
Too old for this shit.
I literally came home
20
early
millennia.
and lugged a washing machine down the stairs down here into the other side of the studio.
Oof.
Oh, I had help from my son and a dolly with flat wheels, but hey, you do what you can with what you got. So,
It's
I actually, ironically, think it'd be funnier to see the shadows trying to work together in teamwork to try to move one big heavy thing. Easy,
yeah, no, but
easy.
they're shadows, so they keep picking up, and their shadowy hands go right through it. They don't get hired much.
or they get squished, but they all kind of form out from the sides.
So what time of day are we at now?
Oh my god! So it's pulling out. Let's say this is burning a day, right? And twilight descends, and you guys back at the jail deciding what to do tomorrow. And before we end the gaming day, not the session, but before we end the gaming day, right? There's this echoing noise from the gate tower, as perhaps the legend of the shadowy movers are true, because that old couple come the next day and report that they heard a voice in the night saying, "Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!"
Left, my left, not yours. Mine, not yours. Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey the Shadow Mover.
Don't yell at me.
Don't yell at me. My back hurts. I moved the fridge. Where were you? Skulking around till twilight. We can make shadows in broad daylight. I want to call you Richard. I should call you Ryan. Ryan.
You lot, stop talking about work. Move.
Foreman's here. Nice. So, you go back, we settle in. Go out at night. It's nighttime, right? You wanted to
Yeah.
do the
Nikolai and I will prance around, see if we can prance around.
reports coming
Yes.
up. Reports
Prancing.
coming in.
Nikolai
See
just
if we-
bouncing from corner to corner, just illuminates.
You know, if you look in the window, dude, you need not to cover half your face because then they just think you're a creeper. They need to know it's you. Show the armband. I was showing my armband. Look! Ninth watch. Ninth watch. He's got the armband down on his wrist.
Come to watch you at night.
Oh my god. Okay, so enough of everybody playing everybody else's characters, but though that is fun. Day 9 comes and goes, and getting into day 10. 2 nights, you and Simri patrol the town, and no sign of anyone putting up any more flyers. Seems to be business as usual.
Not even our cat friend saw anything.
Oh yeah, I was hanging curtains and reading porn.
Oh no!
He was
He
busy
was
moving.
working.
Yeah, moving in. Okay.
I would have to move in. I got nothing else I could do.
You give him like
effectively.
some corner of town, like go patrol the east side or something. He'll wander around. And did you see anything? Nope. Like what? What are we looking for?
People putting up posters.
Oh. Nope.
Okay.
You mean like humans or?
Humans, halflings,
Anything.
not you, not us.
Oh.
Anyone,
If
even
a
if one of
poster
us is putting
appears-
up posters.
If a poster appears on a wall,
What would like? Yeah, but what would you call a poster? I mean, these look more like flyers.
Yeah.
So I'll show him the exact document. I'll be like,
He's endlessly entertainment and like pulling Nikolai into like getting him to mansplain what he wants him to do. Like you guys like you can't see it. Like Nikolai can't see it. He's like got the big eyes and he asks earnest little boy questions like, I thought they were flyers. No, little cat man, they're this. I want you to do this right away. You see his tail twitch, it's like his tail, like he's like, I'm having a good time fucking with this dude, like this, Anyway, works the room. 2 days go by. And then, bright and early, are we all people night? Like who's the first guy to rise and shine in eggs and bakey?
Luca.
Niall.
probably.
Oh really?
Oh, well,
Both of you?
Niles. It's
crazies?
always, no, Niles. It's always a competition. It's like a subtle competition. Who can land on like 5:30 on the dot?
yep.
And the mornings when it vexes them when it's like precise and the door's like.
Okay.
You
They
both
just
open your door at the same
already
time
keep
every
it
morning.
simple.
Now,
And they're opposing doors.
I'm assuming you guys still sleep at the Ash Tea House, our secret lair. As rundown as it seems to have more accommodations to sleep in than actual jail. Right? Or do you want to split our forces and leave at least one person with?
what number is that place? Is that
It's off the map actually. I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
not- we're
I don't,
not even
I
on
don't
the
think
map?
the tea house. Just like it's close to town, but I don't think it's. Let me just double check here.
I would
Niles
sleep in the
Niles
jail.
stays wherever he can at
Number
least have
2.
his room to himself.
Sorry, number 2 is the Ash Tea House, but I don't see it on the map.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh,
above
number-
the,
number
above
2.
the
Oh,
bottom
scale
left.
leader.
Yeah, okay, sorry, but I was right. It is outside of town, like a little ways, but technically on the map. So yeah. So you guys can look out the window and like see the town burn. If we ever get to that, it's nice.
I'm hesitant to leave the barracks empty.
Yeah, well, now you got Snively. That's
The
No.
bear.
Do
Niles,
we, though?
Niles
Do we,
would
Jeff?
gladly occupy the barracks.
sorry. Niles will occupy the barracks.
Niles would gladly. There's a lot of rooms.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of stomachs that could be exposed to Niles. So like now we need 2 of you there. I don't know about you,
Well,
but I
the
ain't leaving Niles alone.
I sleep in the barracks area.
Okay.
I stay there as the armored guard.
Yeah. Okay.
Warden.
Cool.
I'm
So,
the warden.
okay,
basically.
You're the warden. Congratulations.
You leave a door open, and you have the keys, and you sleep on a bunk, but it's easily to get out, right? But you wake up, and someone has set you up, rocking way back on a chair with your heels barely holding the table, holding your weight. Your keys are not hidden; they're like loose on the outside, and your hands are behind your head, like some kind of Western sheriff. And you keep waking up in this position, but you swear you did not go to sleep in that position. But when you wake up, you automatically
you have
fall.
a teddy bear. There's a little lullaby thing, a little ballerina dancing like ding 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 ding.
It's comfortable enough.
Okay. So, if you guys are here and not at the Ash House, then Rom would be the first. And I wouldn't need Snivy to, like, come running out to the Ash House to report something. Rom.
Yep.
Bright and early. In the morning, several townsfolk drag a dead body of a local drifter, who they call Kelwart nobles, to the office. Knock, knock, knock.
Open the door.
Okay.
Yes.
You see half a dozen town people and a corpse.
Who's
Something has to be
this
done. They all start talking at once. Something has to be done. Poor Nobes. Oh, he was a little drifter. We hated him. Oh, you know, they all just start
Shut it. I'll point at one of them. You. What happened?
We don't know. You're the new law. We think you should investigate this.
Okay. Where did you find him and why did you disturb the crime scene? By dragging the body.
I didn't drag the body here. That was Ryan's idea. Points at Rando guy, who's like holding the body and just lets it go. That wasn't my idea. It was Matt's idea.
Shut up. Shut up.
Steve told me to pick it up.
I don't care whose
Steve!
idea it was.
Steve's not there. He was smart enough not to show up.
Too smart.
Where is the crime scene? Where did you find this body?
We found him strangled to death near the old lodge. They're pointing at his neck and they point at a town.
Niles, wake up. Come take care of this corpse.
You got to pound on the door to get Niles, brother.
All right, I'll walk over. I'll kick the door open. Get up. There's a
And
body.
now you have PTSD. You're welcome. Okay. Flash forward.
You don't
That was-
know where he got the mannequin leg of a woman with fishnet stockings and like high heels, but the fact that he's painting it onto that tiny dancer music box, I'm assuming for you, like with perfect detail and using the full scale models reference, is more than just PSDable. Like you're never gonna forget this in your life.
It ruined the whole niceness of it.
I don't,
Ruined my surprise for you.
I don't care. There's a corpse. I need you to look at it and figure out how it died.
Is it on a table?
No, I can put it on table. The idiot townsfolk disturbed the crime scene.
We're
So I have
still
to go
here.
take a look at it. Yes, you're idiots.
It is annoying when an idiot disturbs you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We're trying to do the right thing.
And he'll walk out, grab the corpse, slap it on a table.
Fine. Next time we find a strangled man, we'll just let him lie. Crime scene. Yeah, but wouldn't we get blamed for murder? What if someone saw us finding him and thought we were the murderer? Well, that's a good point. So isn't the right thing to bring it here? Well, I thought so. What?
The right thing is to walk as a group here, but leave the body. If the body disappears after you report it...
Oh,
then-
no. Sorry, sir. We didn't find him as a group. Jay found him. Yeah, I'll point at one guy.
Okay. When did you find him?
Yesterday?
Okay, before sunset, after sunset, high moon, right before sunrise, right after sunrise.
They tell you when.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll point at Jay. You come with me. Show me where it is. Niles, send Snivy to go get the others and send them to the old lodge.
The townsfolk are like, Snivy? Which one's Snivy? I think that's the giant guy. They call it like Snivy the Butcher? No. No, Snivy's like the guy with the cake tapping on my window last night. All night long. Like 4 times. He tapped on my window going, Night watch! That's Snivy. No. Snivy is... They all guess, try to figure out who Snivy is. Wait a
I'll
slip.
close the door behind me. sheath my scimitar. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Um,
So Rom is going to take one rando townsfolk to the crime scene to investigate alone.
Yep.
No backup. No friends.
Yep.
Okay. Jay has issue with this. I think Istriel is mad, upset. The old lodge is like a shrine, like it's near the shrine to Estriel, and I think the gods might be upset.
The gods didn't strangle that man.
Well, not personally, but something wild, some wild creature might have, like a bear. I don't know.
Okay, we'll wait at the edge of town for the rest of the group who will go investigate together. I just need to know where it was.
Oh, here I can draw you a map.
I know where the lodge is.
He pulls out one of those flyers you guys found, flips it over the back, starts drawing a map on it. Do. Everybody's got one. These are very handy. Take notes. Dun.
Fair enough. Can you also write down the names of everyone that was in this group and where I can find you all if I have more questions?
Sure. Matt, Ryan, me. That's Jay.
Steve.
Alex, Steve. We lost Jeff to the shadows last year. Very tragic thing.
Somehow a futon fell out of the sky. It was very odd.
Nice.
My back! The last thing he heard.
My back. They say the tower's haunted. I mean, the furniture keeps moving around. So
he draws me a map and gives me a name and location of everyone who was a part of that group, and a general idea of where the body was located. That is good enough to send back wherever he wants to go.
Okay.
And I'll wait for the group at the southern gate.
Jay goes back, looking over his shoulder, checking around, knowing he's no longer being followed or witnessed, and is separated from the townsfolk thanks to Rom. He goes to a certain part of town where urchins hang out. Apparently, there's been some kind of coup or rebellion. They no longer wish to answer to him. They want to answer to some Luca or something, or its pet bird. He has to get them back in line before he loses his power over the street urchins. This takes the rest of Jay's campaign day. Sorry. A little narration. Camera kind of wanders on townsfolk once in a while. Okay. So, Detective Rom.
Yeah.
You got Professor Niles doing autopsy. You sent the guy in his way.
Yep. Told Niles to get Snivy to go fetch the rest of them.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so Snivy turns up. Nikolai. Late sleeper. I mean, you barely had 2 hours sleep. Okay. This cat creature scares the fuck out of you by tapping at your window and waking you up.
Bulls!
For the listening audience, Jeff and I both put our hands up in front of our face like we were doing the
Yeah, but it's not like I leaned in to do it. It's like you went blah and he backed off scared and held up his arm in defense. Same effect, but different cause.
Good morning, my friend. Why have you disturbed my slumber?
The metal human needs everyone. Someone killed a human.
Thank you.
Sure. They think Jay did it. He leaves. Then I go to Simri's room, right? And I never wake her. I just curl up on the very end of her bed. Not anywhere near her, but technically on the end of the bed. Curl up and fall asleep. Nikolai, you wake up.
I get up, bang on everybody's door.
I stretch. You know, I want to be fed. Make like I've been there the whole night.
There's some scrunches to be had.
Good
Maybe.
kitty. Scritch, scritch.
He takes off his hat. A very human gesture, but holds out his head, you know. Little tufts of hair like alfalfa pop up, poing. Scratch,
Yep.
scratch.
Grab Simri, grab Luca.
Okay.
Head on back to town to find Rom.
Okay. You guys want to do the autopsy first or the investigation first?
Autopsy first.
You sure? Because what?
Yeah.
It's funny because you watch the cop shows, right? And there's like they investigate, and then they always end up at the morgue with their buddy doctor, and he's like, "What did you find?" And he holds up a bag. You know, oh, I found this about the body. So technically, it's crime scene first, then autopsy. No, we can do any order you want.
So-
Autopsy first.
So who was it that found the body?
Jay, the townsfolk, is being blamed for discovering the body.
No, I meant like where are all of the townsfolk that brought the body to the thing?
Rom told him to piss off. He shut the door in our faces. That's really rude. We laughed.
Okay, well, Rom, could you go get them, please?
He's got a list,
Well,
but not description. You're looking at the list, but you forget how everybody looks. They look like townsfolk.
I'm waiting at the southern gate for them to show up.
Okay, it'd be funny if Rom just grabbed like 5 randos. You're Jay. You're Steve. Shut up. Just
No. He's like, you're Steve, you're Steve, you're Steve, you're Steve, and you're Steve.
Oh, he's got a list,
Why do
right?
we get too many Steves?
You're Matt. You're Alex. You're Steve. Shut up. Just come with me.
Yeah.
There you go, Luca. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rom is waiting at the southern gatehouse. I thought is the place outside of town or inside of town? I guess.
It's outside of town, as far as I can tell. Like I know it's outside the wall.
Okay.
I'm having a slight problem locating it.
What's the number?
Don't know. Like I said, I'm having trouble.
Oh.
Kidding. I think it's one of
Gotcha.
those out of town incidents, right? Like beyond town. I was double checking all the numbers that they've marked on the map, and it's like I don't see it. So maybe it actually is something that's. I didn't want to say because I screwed up about the Ash House 2 minutes ago because Matt found it in the corner. Oh, right there it is. Silly me. Yeah. But no, from what I can tell here, it's not listed on the map. So anyway, the old lodge. So
Okay, so Niles, then. I'm assuming you know where the rest of the
Yeah,
civilians...
because he'll have had like 15, 20 minutes at least, maybe an hour. I don't know how long that distance it would take us to cover that distance.
oh, I found it. It's 15, bottom right corner.
Okay.
Knowledge local.
Okay.
Knowledge local as in S. Simmery, right?
That's a fun dice sound effect on fantasy there. Grounds there. That's 14.
$14 gets you half a paragraph. Here you go. Dun, 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 dun. I love that I can cut paste things into.
Can we assist on knowledge checks?
Sure. You could even make your own if you study it up. I just, Simri is our local girl, so I thought we'd lead with her.
Sure, extra +2.
Okay. Getting better.
Well, you see, Long Anchor once hosted a small congregation of Aristil worshippers, but all that remains of their church now is 4 sturdy posts and a mossy roof hanging over a half-sheltered altar in an overgrown and thicket just outside town. Now, only the most daring children visit the ruined lodge. For fun, shenanigans. The typical, I dare you. But local stories give the place a reputation as haunted, and claiming that, the god of hunters guards his sanctuary until his faithful return. Yeah, right. In truth, a former priest of Aristil who resided here cultivated a range of exotic plants. Might have some interested parties here.
Exotic plants.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember Granny mentioning something about them at some point. Something about good for tea.
So with the +2, since I didn't direct it towards Luca, I'll say that Luca also can add this.
Oh yes, I remember hearing hearing the young children talking about the slithering and rustling sound of the vines and wild animals in the area. They certainly seemed spooked.
Not just wild animals.
That slithering animals and vines.
Yeah, the corpses of wild animals.
Ah, sorry, I read copses. The corpses of wild animals and the vines slithering around.
Yes, copse being a dense thicket of growth. So yeah, I could see
Yes.
that. It's okay. Luca's comments on his first language is okay, but it's fun. Okay.
I mean, it's abyssal, so I do my best.
That's something I want to see. Luca dreaming and speaking abyssal in his sleep. Like, scare the crap out of anybody.
Especially because I otherwise look human.
Niles
great.
like finds it soothing, but the rest of you guys are freaked out.
No, Niles sits on would sit on opposing chair, just gonna shake his head. Nope. Nope.
So, what do you guys want to know?
Well, like I was trying to explain, I need to go find every single person that brought that body here and confine them.
Okay. Do you use your urchin connection? Do we actually get that established yet, or are they just starting to?
Still working on that.
Okay.
It's getting close. They'll
Gather
break.
information to find out where people are and go get them. Whilst he's doing that, and others can assist, we can talk about possibly the early autopsy results.
That is an 11.
Okay.
So the autopsy reports.
Okay. The man was strangled to death and had some sort of a reaction around his neck and shoulders that's beyond just pressure. Like there's an
Like a
irritation. There's an
reaction?
irritation or rash. Yeah, like a reaction on the skin. Almost like either an allergy or just whatever was very abrasive. You know, it's not like he was just clamped.
All right, more like was it like a sandpaper? We're thinking.
I don't want to say yes to send you off in the wrong direction.
Sandpaper or like a chemical?
Well, friction. Right? Not just pressure, but friction is involved here. Now, as far as chemical goes,
so heat, kind of with friction.
yeah, there could be a little bit.
Right. Well, asphyxiation is at least one primary, if not secondary, cause. There is an interesting, if you'll note right here above the bruise lines, right above it, within the same diameter of the distance of the bruise, it shows the diameter of the implement of the strangulation. There seems to be some sort of friction, abrasion. So something rubbed fast in this area as well. That's the most I can deduce.
What causing
Perhaps-
death was asphyxiation. You can tell that.
Yes, yes. Now, if we could find where the body was at the point of asphyxiation, that would lend to more pieces of the clues.
Yes. Let us make haste.
Okay.
To number 15.
Nikolai.
Traipsing. Which way do you go? You go out the south or the west?
Westgate.
Really?
Southgate's
Archbaron's orders are to keep that closed and no trespass, no in and out. You would defy your own baron's orders?
The Westgate?
Yeah, the west gate. Number 3 is the one supposed to be closed.
That's
Oh, sorry.
It's on the right because the map's tilted, right?
Sorry, no, we go
Access.
to the south.
yeah.
The south.
I take the long way around.
Lean this way every time,
Yeah.
guys.
So the Scooby-Doo van followed by the Batmobile, and then up to number 3, and then turns around and goes down, and then past 14A and out the open. I mean, it doesn't even look like a gate. No gatehouse. It just looks like a trail with a gap, right? Zoop, out of town, head west.
And Ron with his thumb up at the southern gate, just
Yep.
just
Just
hitchhike.
trespassing across people's backyards and lands as the roads run out, and you guys are, get some little bush here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. So,
Into the thick of it.
yes. So, head off. All are present. I'm assuming we waited for the autopsy report, and now you guys...
I
We
mean,
roll out as
I
a mob.
possibly would not be present actually because I'm currently collecting.
Oh, right,
information.
gathering. So 11 gets you like, yeah, sure, Steve, let's hear like vague directions. Would take you all day to gather them up. So you'd either need help, as in a new gather info roll with help or whatever, but I could say that you tried, and by the time they're done waiting on the autopsy report, you could rejoin party and head out, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Mumbling. I can't even get their names.
you guys approach the actual ruin. Simri, I guess we, with knowledge local, guides us, right? Do we have any survival trackers? Anybody like that? Anybody with survival skill?
Nope. No.
Nope.
Survival? No.
But I will look
well,
at
I got some stuff there. Yeah, I got some points. I can survive. I can eat a fungi.
Do you have ranks in survival skill or no?
Don't.
Oh. Sorry, that's just super funny because I've been
yeah.
watching Dahmer.
I gotta know. I have a rank in survival. So
Oh,
Okay. In that case, let's go with a survival roll from you, perception from everyone else.
Woohoo! 8.
16.
a 14.
That
Oh,
is
that's
also
cool.
a 16 for Luca, but I mean, Deimos seems to be trying to get my attention with a 23.
Okay.
So it was you rolling for Deimos, but when you
Yes.
drop those two rolls down at the same time on my screen in the animation, the dice hit each other and it actually deflected.
You heard a
Nice.
clack.
Cool.
It's cool.
Everyone's rolling.
21.
Get your own tray. All right. Simri and Deimos. Deimos becomes very agitated when you get close to the ruin. And Simri,
I mean, he could just tell us outright, too.
sorry?
He's a raven. He could just outright tell us.
I thought he could only talk to you.
Deimos speaks... Common and Terran.
Okay. Well, giving you the upper hand, Master, he just whispers in your ear. I don't like this place. The plants are moving on their own. Simmery, being one of those kids back in the day that took a dare and, walked all over this place, it's changed. Like vines from whatever plant, multiple vine plants have grown and choked out all other plant life. Kind of like how the hostas have taken over Mom's garden, kind of thing. One of them is just like you come back a year later, it's like, damn, look at this! It's just this weed is everywhere. And
oh no, we have one of those vines in our very own garden. It's a black weed that just crawls up our cypress tree, and it has these blood red berries. I have a picture of it right here.
creepy.
These things are creepy as hell.
And for the
Right,
win,
I'll just send it in the group chat.
Yeah, do it.
and
But
Professor Niles, if you check Zoom,
Yes.
you're 14 on survival. You identify an entire, what's the word I'm looking for? Hang on, they have a word for it.
Genome?
A breed of cerulean flowering vine, also known as
That's an assassin vine.
lots of them.
That's multiple assassin vines. I would definitely recommend staying away from those.
What would we do? Oh, look, animal corpses. Buried and sucked dry.
No. that
Doctor,
is-
would those vines be capable of doing that to a human?
My knowledge extends how far?
You know what assassin
The-
vine is? It's dangerous to anything that gets near it.
Yes, it is quite capable of extinguishing and sustaining itself off of other living creatures.
Is these perhaps what killed?
As the
I don't remember
vines
his
wrap
name.
around a neck, causing friction because they whirl around.
Yes, this would be it. It is odd that they would have left the corpse alone. It is oddly fortunate of the villagers who found this, making it more peculiar that they had managed to retrieve the food of an assassin vine.
That's true. They said they found it near the lodge, not like next to it, covered in vines.
If you notice the bodies the vine currently has inside of it, it doesn't tend to kill and let its food go.
You see domesticated pets, cats, small dogs,
Oh, creepy.
sheepdog. Like but that's all. Those other flyers we saw all around town for the last, that are years old. Have you seen Fluffy? Have you seen Nibbles? Painted over desiccated posters that are like a year or more old, right? I think that mystery solved.
Are there any like sticks and stuff lying on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up a stick and throw it at the vines to see what they do.
Okay. It bounces off. They do nothing.
Oh, the rest of these ruins look kind of unstable. We could just push over one of these pillars and collapse it on the vines, and then set it on fire.
I agree. We should burn them.
Niles, you see the
The-
flaw in that plan?
The fire, they're actually uniquely for plants highly impervious to fire.
But it's a plant. Plants
the-
burn.
Ah, Rom. See, that's why you're the warrior and I'm the scholar. No, fire won't work. Any other form of energy would, but not fire.
So we pour water on it.
Energy, Rom. You're so close to something that you're not even capable of grasping.
I'm going
have
to
an
cast
idea.
Detect Magic.
Luca?
And I begin immediately pulling out my spell book and reading furiously to memorize a certain spell.
Yeah, we did kind of wake you up early in the morning. Good RP there, sir. Okay.
It'll take me 15 minutes. Hold on.
He cops a squat. Do.
Do I detect any magic in a 60-foot cone emanating from the front of me towards the...
Yes.
I do?
Yep.
Okay. I will continue to study it while people are prepping and whatnot. So I'll keep spending time detecting magic, trying to...
Faint abjuration. Protection magic.
Faint abjuration.
Yes. But not on the plants. On the structure.
On the structure. Okay. Plants are not emanating magic? Okay.
I am a plant. Not a magical plant.
I will relay that information to the party.
Okay.
There is something
Abjuration.
magical emanating from the structure beyond the vines.
Knowledge religion? Anyone?
Sure.
Yep.
17?
20.
They both, in unison, mention that it is a farmer's shrine of Lestriel, holy ground to a god of nature. Faint emanations of protections might linger.
You did
there's
mention
even more
abjuration.
reason to destroy the shrine.
You guys purposely try to cue it in unison because I just said so. Because that was awesome. Start talking over each other because dude, so close, but I know that. Sorry, villainy points are for premeditated villainy, not happy accidents. What?
Is there any clear path to enter in where the vines aren't?
No, like the whole place is completely choked.
Okay.
Going towards them at all, like you have the advantage. You have Simri's keen eyes and his knowledge, and it was like, dude, we go anywhere near there. The DM's got to pull up a battle map that he hasn't even prepared, and then there's several large assassin vines, and yada yada yada.
Yeah. After a bit of time, if we're successfully uninterrupted for about 15 minutes or so, I would like to have memorized acid splash.
Okay.
Can I try pushing over one of these pillars? If they're everywhere, we could just collapse the building.
Yeah, but you'd have to walk through the vines, move the vines to touch the wall. Like it's seriously overgrown. You would.
I think we would be doing this town a service if we were to clear the area of these hostile vines.
Probably.
Shall we test the efficacy of acid on the vines?
And I also sat down cross-legged and pulled out a notebook.
Okay.
Proceed.
How long can you do this?
It's it's a cantrip, so forever.
Okay. How long you guys want to wait? We're talking multiple plants, several hit points, and he's doing a D3. This is more than just all day. It's like, yeah, you see it in a couple, every day we come and,
What's the shortest route between here and the building?
You pretty much have to clear the lot. Because these plants can move. They writhe and they move, and they're a large plant. They're everywhere. So unless you want to kill them, they would just, close ranks.
It sounds like killing them is the only way about this either way.
I'm just saying your way is a good idea. It's just very time consuming. So you guys put in the time or put up another way. Yes,
Were we not handed 6 vials of alchemist fire?
fire.
Yeah, but they're impervious to fire.
Not impervious, but rather resistance.
Rather,
resistant.
the temperature that the alchemist fire doesn't get hot enough to damage them.
I mean,
I
if
thought
someone
maybe 'cause
else
it
would
was
be willing
magic.
to, if someone else would be willing to go back and find the damn civilians that ran away after dragging a corpse through the to our front porch, then I'll happily sit here and.
What if we were to put in a requisition for
I have a list of them and where they're located. Just hand Luca the paper.
Well, yes, if someone would be willing to go catch them and incarcerate them
For what?
for tampering with the crime scene, and also,
suspicion?
yeah, they are also the lead suspects at the moment.
Ah, but they claim to have found the body. Not
It seems
like near, but not
the
in, and there's-
vines were the culprits in this instance. I
Yeah.
think that perhaps, Luca, you are jumping the gun in wanting to arrest townspeople. Plus, it sounds like a lot of work. And to be honest, this sounds like fun. And I'll walk over to Rom and cast Infuse Weapon acid damage on his scimitar. See if this does anything.
You may not wish to engage with this creature.
creatures plural. Can't stress that enough.
This foe is beyond us engaging in a rather ugly melee. Maybe other soldiers, but not Rom. He's too valuable for that.
See, that just sounds like a challenge.
I could suggest maybe putting in a requisition for a wagon filled with acid. Could we not?
It would melt by the time you rolled it out here.
Not in the proper vessels. I could also put my efforts
So you're
towards
like
creating
Bucket
this.
brigade that shit.
Well, given the amount of enough time, I could create enough acid.
Yeah, I
I
know,
am
but
an
it's
alchemist.
like that's a lot. Like Luke would be faster because how much he can conjure instantly per round. You'd actually
Right.
have you could have like Luca fill the cart faster, or just throw it at it faster.
Well, we're worried about a prolonged engagement. So what if we combine our efforts to use Luca's magic and the proper containers to create a large quantity of it over a small amount of time, and then deliver it in one fell swoop?
True, but spending, let's say, a day or 3 days filling a wagon and then throwing 30 points at it is still probably slower than D3, 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 D3 for a full minute doing.
I was only merely taking a cue from the DM, who said that an engagement would incur the wrath and the crawling.
Could possibly, yeah.
Not the crawling.
And I think you're brilliant for like staying in character and suggesting something your character would suggest. But I don't want to give to a nod to a slower idea and then go, so 3 days later, his idea was worse, right? So, logically thinking. And after
As long as we keep
after
a proper
observing Luca,
distance from it.
yeah, it is arranged. I'm just curious if you guys had a faster way. Luca's version will work, but Plant Steve just died beside Plant Ryan. Plant Jeff is out of here. Slither, slither, slither. You know what I mean? Like, they don't move very fast, but, their plant brethren start dying. They will probably either try to encroach on you or leave. And then, well, it might be problem solved, but...
I mean, we can
say
at
we
another
fight
day
'em.
specifically try to go through and clear them all out, but for now, we are in an investigation, are we not?
Yes, which I believe is sort of the, key of this encounter to RP or not RP. Now, just because I'm giving up information, it may not be completely accurate. It's good intel, but a 14 can only get you so much. So the good doctor has told you something, which is true, but there might be more. And I'm telling you something, which is true, but it might be an assumption on the numbers I'm looking at. So if I see 21, 17, 20, 23, or 14, I'm going to tell you what you think you know, damn 14-wise. But you know what? That story could change in a heartbeat if you gave me a 20.
Can I do like a knowledge nature check for them then?
Yeah?
Unfortunately, that is only a 15.
No, that's good enough. It's one plant. But there's a crap ton of vines because this thing's been left alone for years and feeding. It's just like the vines itself are like arms, but the creature itself is only large. So if you find like the stem or the heart of the plant, attack it, right? You're good to go one plant.
So you mentioned that there is multiple plants here, but it looks as though the plant has just grown bulbous in multiple locations. There should be one singular core.
I think you might be true, Luca. That did miss my observation.
So what you're saying is if it greens, we can kill it.
Well, we
Everything
might be able to outright find the center, depending on the tightness of the knots and if there is a bit of a stem.
Perception? Are we looking for a fat chunk?
Looking for what you think would be like the heart of the vine, yeah.
Well, Deimos, could you help out as well?
From here, or do you want me to take flight?
Take flight, please.
I mean, shit, they're listening. Caca!
16.
I completely missed Deimos speaking.
13.
Okay. You guys don't
20.
You guys don't spot anything from here, but Deimos takes flight and tells you that inside the ruins, because you guys are just like on one side, a cautious distance of 30 feet kind of thing, looking up going, wow, look at that ruin, it's completely choked. Lean out one side, yeah, it looks like it goes all the way around. But the bird flies over it, looks down in it, and it's like, yeah, I think I see like the heart of the matter inside the ruin.
Well, I mean, the plant certainly couldn't escape anytime quickly if it's inside the ruins.
Then what are we waiting for?
Roll for initiative.
Acid
Deimos
balloon
to-
fight.
Exactly.
Water fight.
Yeah.
You want to do splash damage while like Rom's at ground zero or what?
I don't know where Rom is, but that kind of bit sounds like a Rom problem.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Deimos will guide you to a better position, Luca. If you want to approach the structure or enter it, he can point it out, and then you can start firing. What's the range on this?
This spell is close, so I believe 30 feet. At the moment.
Your lodge is, the ruins are kind of like 15 by 30, and there's enough debris and other plants and vine and, you know what I mean, that you kind of got to step into the structure itself. Now, the vine itself only has a reach 10 feet. But once you get in and start taking pot shots at its center, then it will probably react. But, all this posing at 30 feet at a wall hasn't really done much. So
are we trying to distract a plant while Luca tries to kill it?
I don't know. You want to, like,
Tickle its tentacles in a different direction.
pull a
let
copy
Luca
of
slink
Botany
by?
this week and go, hey, check out that fern, eh? Look at this. Look over here. What's your angle?
Look at the stamen.
I mean, as soon as Inram hears that it's just kind of one, and we can
And
take
he goes,
care of
yeah.
it, he's just gonna start
Yeah.
walking in.
Yep. And we will see you all next time.